Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
Now then, folks, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds. I have it on good authority that Leeds are about to sign an experienced, versatile fullback. Sam Byram is rumoured to be, is potentially, I'm going to stick my neck at line and say is, on the information I've been given, Sam Byram is going to sign a 1-year extension at Leeds United. Now this will could cause a bit of a ripple effect of anger amongst fans if he's the next in to be signed. We'll have to see if we bring someone in before we announce Byram. But yeah, it looks like Leeds have decided to keep Sam Byram another year. I think the contract has been there for him for a while, and I don't know if it's just been a case of him deciding if it's the right deal for him. I think he's got married as well this summer. Congratulations to him on that. I'm really happy that this is happening. I think the versatility he gives, you know, right back, left back, and he can fill in at centre half. Not that we've needed to see at Leeds United so far. I always stand firm on the fact that, you know, you need experience, homegrown talent. He gets Leeds, he's a Leeds fan, and also the experience he's got on and off the pitch. And the off the pitch is vital. We saw that last season with Gilavogi. It's not all about what you do on the pitch all the time. Sometimes that off the field stuff is just as vital. And in and around the dressing room, in and around the physio room, the physio table, with potentially youngsters getting injuries and things like that, he sort of understands the way of getting yourself mentally through those challenges. And for me, that can be monumental for a club. Like I say, the Gilavogi tag, last season, look what he did in the minutes he played. We've actually seen more from Byram than we expected to see over the last 2 seasons. The injury and fitness worries are always there. I don't think he fully trains like the rest of the lads. I think he's got a bit of a different kind of schedule, but it works. Daniel Farke's amazing at juggling people's injuries and like sort of getting through a week with a player that may not be able to train and fulfill 90 minutes. As a club, we've done that really well with Solomon and obviously Byram and others, to be fair. It's something Daniel Farke I think is really good at, getting the best out of players in that sort of situation. So you all know on this channel I'm a massive Sam Byram fan, and I think it's vital that you keep some experience around there. He's really good on that left hand side for a right footer. He plays left back just as good as he does right back. Is he going to be starting? No. We're hoping Goodmanson gets over the line in the next day or two. We already know Bogle's going to play on that right hand side, so he's going to be backup. And I know second choice backup on both sides won't be what people want to hear. I would like Leeds to go sign somebody else who can maybe play both sides, similar to Byram, but maybe who's got a higher ceiling, or someone who's a better player than Byram, let's say that. Although I am a massive Byram fan. I think going up to Premier League, he isn't going to be nowhere near as impactful as he was in the Championship, albeit the minutes will be small. But we know in the Premier League, at any given minute, you can concede, you can drop points, so you need to be at it for 90 minutes. So having someone like Byram playing big minutes would be a no-no, even for me, who's a big fan. But I do think he's going to be playing maybe early cup games, coming on late on when you want to see a game out. We always talk about Daniel Farke. He needs to trust his squad. Daniel Farke, we've seen already in the short time we've had him as a club over the last 2 seasons. We know he doesn't utilise his squad as much as some managers do, and that's because he doesn't believe in some of his players, in my opinion. Sam Byram, we know 100% Daniel Farke believes in Sam Byram. He gets the best out of Sam Byram, which is the main reason I would suggest, he wants to keep him on. If we brought another manager in the summer, which we're rumoured to be maybe potentially thinking about, or as the fan base some people wanted, I don't think Sam Byram will still be at Leeds United. I think it's that connection with Daniel Farke, and I think that's massive. And the fact that he can trust him in the minutes he gives him makes him definitely not an exciting signing, but makes him a valuable member of the squad. Leeds United are doing bits in terms of building a competitive squad rather than starting 11. I'm hoping the starting 11 starts to set more of a foothold in the transfer window, and we start bringing in some really high quality players that are going to impact that starting side. But I do think we're bringing in competition for places. Even the Metcha deal, the Bornau deal, I can see these pushing for a start. Sam Byram's not in that bracket, granted, but again, you need a squad, and he's vital off the pitch, probably more than he is on the pitch. But one thing I'll say, for the last 2 years, you haven't had many players consistently perform at a 7 out of 10 minimum at any given opportunity. And bearing in mind with Sam Byram, he's in and out. With Sam Byram, he's not a player that needs a run of games. You have some players who need 5, 6, 7 games to get into their top sort of form. Sam Byram can come in every 4 or 5 weeks, play 20 minutes and not look out of place in my opinion. So I'm excited by this one because I'm just glad. I'm happy for him. He gets his 3rd year in a row at his hometown club. I think for him and his family, it's brilliant that he's got a deal at Leeds. Although I do think he could drop down into Championship play for anyone, and that's anyone even competing for promotion again, and potentially as a starter. So I'm a little surprised he decided to stay on at Leeds for that reason, because I think he could play big minutes in the Championship elsewhere. But I'm really pleased. The Leeds lad getting retained at Leeds. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. I'm assuming not many folks will be happy about it. I'm hoping at very worst it's a bit of another meh signing where you take it or leave it. But I'm hoping, the club and Byram doesn't get too much negativity on this deal, because like I say, he's a great guy, and it's not Sentiment FC. He has value. Sam Byram adds value to Leeds United squad, whether you believe it or not, off the field or on the field. He brings something to the party for 0 transfer fee, obviously, and his wages are minimal, very, very small. So I'm happy with this one. Let me know what you guys think. Take care. Bye bye.